and welcome to this reading where we're going to be taking a look at changes in your career and in your money over the period of 4 months. This is a timeless reading whenever it finds you. That's the exact right time for you to hear the messages that are meant especially for you. Before we begin, a quick thank you to my lovely patrons for your support, a big shout out. And if you guys are interested in joining Patreon, and gaining access to over 90 exclusive videos to help you rediscover yourselves, as well as additional discounts on personal readings, make sure to check it out. The link to Patreon can be found in the description box below this video. All right, my darlings, let's go ahead and get started. First, we're going to be taking a look at the options. Option number 1, you guys get the sandstone. Option number 2, jade. And option number 3, you guys get the garnet. Oh, beautiful, grounded, money-connected energies. To see which one you're mostly drawn to, don't overthink it. If you do need a bit more time to make your decision, pause the video, because we're going to go ahead and get started with option number 1. Option number 1, and welcome to your reading, guys. If you're drawn to this gorgeous sandstone, get comfy. And as I'm shuffling the cards, say your name out loud or in your head. Helps you connect to the energies of the reading. And I want to begin by taking a look at your current situation. When it comes to your career, when it comes to finances, what the cards want you to know in this particular moment. And then we'll see what you can expect within the next 4 months. But for now, let's take a look at now. So for you, option number 1, it seems like people take advantage of you. There's just an energy where you work a lot, you put in a lot, but it's like things are being taken away from you. It feels like where you currently are, there's just an energy of, maybe you were promised a promotion, maybe you were promised a pay rise, maybe you were promised a lot of things that didn't come true, because there's an energy of being lied to, an energy of dishonesty. And quite frankly, there's just an energy of being in an environment that isn't serving you whatsoever. And it's come to the point where you're like, you know what, I can no longer bear this. And even if it doesn't feel like it in your conscious mind, your subconscious mind understands that you could get more, that you could be more, that you could be seen more. And here I'm not going to be surprised, option number 1, if people take credit for your achievements, if people take credit for your stories. If you're somebody who's working on social media, it's like you come up with a beautiful idea and it's like your competitors take it. And what's worse, they like, it blows up for them. Yeah, another confirmation that you guys, your talents aren't being applied, your talents aren't being recognized. There's people looking down on you. They're literally showing me like somebody looking down on you, talking down to you. And when it comes to money, there's like delays, there's promises, and like you, when it comes to your end, you fulfill all of your obligations. But other people, they're like, well, no, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. So it's just the energy of wanting to get the hell out of there, because people take advantage of you. And you're feeling emotionally drained over here. A lot of you have this artistic vibe, yeah? And even it's quite interesting, because it kind of feels like the universe is trying to really show you where you are. Because you might be somebody who doesn't like change a lot, who doesn't like to move a lot. You like your stability. You like, if it was up to you, you would probably be like, If you find the right place, you could be somebody who sticks there for a very long time. If you see that you can grow and progress, and here it's like you were promised a lot of things, maybe at the beginning, maybe during the interview stages, and it's like, no. And emotionally, it's draining you so much. And it really is time for change. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look then what could be happening to your career, to your finances within the next 4 months, giving those energies. If those energies resonate with you guys. If that doesn't sound like you, choose one of the other options. Because that's why we do the energy check, so you can see whether you chose the right pile or not. For some of you, option number one, I feel like you might be looking for a job and you're just feeling again that people are giving you promises that they're not going to be able to fulfill. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look into the future now. Okay, this is a very good start. This is a very good beginning because I'm seeing that you guys are starting to look for opportunities elsewhere. It could be that within the next 4 months, you might realize that there's a way to get a little bit more money. It might not be a serious job just yet, but it's something to give you the financial stability to make the transition. And the very good thing about this card and that is that I see that you're not putting in so much effort into that like black hole that is your job at the moment. You're like, you know what? If they don't recognize who I am, if they aren't going to treat me that way, then I am going to put in exactly what they give to me. And I see you kind of pulling back. And you pulling back is actually a brilliant energy because here you're definitely looking elsewhere. And I see you getting maybe something on the side, maybe a little side hustle. Yeah. For those of you who have a hobby that you could monetize, I see that you're starting to discover that idea more and more. Some of you guys could be looking for like freelance jobs. Because they're showing me the ship. And it's very interesting. I don't think I ever paid attention to the chip because here they're like, you're starting to see things you didn't see before, opportunities that you didn't see before. Because something deep within you says, okay, you know what? It's time. It's time. Okay. Oh, this is gorgeous. Okay. Here I'm seeing you guys getting excited. And these are all energies of potential, the ones and the twos, they are just when we are starting to see something new, when we start recognizing that something deep within us longs for something more than we have at this particular moment. And here you get excited. Here you get excited about something, about a certain idea, a certain project. Yeah. And I think it has a lot to do with either a hobby of yours, either that side hustle, because it starts opening up more and more and more and more and more. And for some reason, they're showing me like a rose that starts blossoming, that starts blooming, that opens up. And you start discovering a very interesting part of yourself. Give me a little bit more idea, more information about this idea. Oh, this is gorgeous. Guys, you are going to be getting money. You're going to be getting support over here. It's coming in very strongly. Look at this with the Six of Pentacles. It's almost like the universe is like, okay, you know what? I see that you deserve more. And finally, you agree. You're like, yes, I do. And the universe is like, all right, so here is where you can get more money. Because here, look at this. I'm seeing that people are interested in you, in your skills, in what it is that you have to offer. And people are willing to give you money. People are willing to give you an increase. But in all honesty, I don't see it happening where you are right now. And this is a general reading, but guys, this feels like a completely new energy. Because at the beginning, you might even get more money than you expected, and you're like, you might be like, oh, I don't know, are you sure? Do you understand what I do? And people who see your abilities, people who truly value talent, they're like, yes, yes, and this is just the beginning because you deserve more. And that idea that you come up with, and it could even be that it's not your idea, it could be that somebody that you know invites you or talks to you about this idea, and you get really excited. Something within you really resonates with this idea. And as I'm doing this reading, for you, option number one, honestly, there's so much excitement, there's so much ambition, there's so much passion, because you know that you're like, you know what, I can do this, I can absolutely do this. And it feels so incredible. And people are very interested in what you have to offer, in what you have to do. And here they're telling me that you're finally getting out of a state of mind where you're critiquing yourself, where you're constantly questioning yourself. Because in this particular deck, with the energy of the Five of Swords, is when you're fighting yourself. Is when you're critiquing yourself. Is when you have this conflict within yourself. But here, the Two of Cups is a very good indication that that conflict comes to an end and you're actually surrounded by people. So for some of you, it could be a partner, a romantic interest who suggests this idea to you or who backs you up. For some of you, it's a friend or maybe a relative. I don't get relative that much, but it's more a friend, a good acquaintance, or somebody who has their eye on you. And like, you have so much potential. You have so much potential. And also what I'm seeing, guys, if you're single, it's quite possible that you could be meeting somebody through this new job, through this new project, that could turn into something more here with the energy of cups. But the important thing is that here you're feeling supported. Here you're coming together with like-minded people and you're doing something together. And it brings in the money. It brings in the money. Let's see which character traits of yours or what could help you during this time. The third house, brilliant. Childhood relations, rational mind, communication, early learning. Okay, guys, so they're saying that you gotta be open to new ideas, okay? Because this feels like it could be something quite different to what you're usually doing, yeah? It might be a bit of a challenge, but they invite you to approach this not as a challenge, but as an adventure. And again, look at this, the childhood relations, it does feel like it's somebody maybe from your past who could be coming back, somebody that you know who might give you advice on this idea as well. For some of you, your spouse or your friend, again, I know I keep repeating myself, but it's very important for you to hear it, might get this idea and you have to kind of take a leap of faith on it. Communication, the more you communicate, the better. Become your own advertising agency. Your own advertising agency. Put yourself out there. Put your best foot, or I don't know, what's the saying? Your best foot out there? You know what I'm saying. Okay. One more card of what could help you. 10th house, structure, discipline, life mission, accomplishments, and career. Look at this. You guys are, and I'm gonna say this again, incredibly talented. And all of this information, like, it's no coincidence that you're watching this reading, because like I said at the beginning of the reading, it feels like the universe is pushing you towards your life mission. Yeah? Because this thing with structure and discipline, you're going to be able to get to your accomplishments in your career. But you can do it with a lot of fun. You can do it with a lot of fire. There's lots of fiery energy. Let me see what could be standing in the way. You could be afraid of starting something afresh, starting something anew, losing your, they're telling me maybe feeling like you're losing your social status. But here there's also the energy of somebody influencing you. It could be a woman that's coming through that she's incredibly, how do I put this? Quite manipulative. Yeah, and she could be telling you things that are making you doubt yourself. It could be that somebody depends on you, but they're being quite toxic over here. So the kind of saying like you need to listen to your inner child, you need to listen to your voice, because our inner child helps us a lot when it comes to finding our path, when it comes to realizing our talents. And I recently did a Patreon reading on it as well. So if you're interested, check it out. But here they're saying like you gotta listen to yourself rather than somebody who might want to drag you down over here. Somebody who might make you feel that you are, if you don't play by the rules, you will feel, you'll be cast out. Because they're playing on your fears. So don't let them get in the way. And let me grab another deck over here for final advice for you. Yeah, you need to work on your self-esteem. You need to pay attention to everything that comes with self-actualization, self-empowerment, self-understanding, self-acceptance, and a lot of other self things over here. Because when the third chakra comes through in reverse, this is an indication that your center of confidence needs more attention at this particular moment. Okay, so find whatever works for you to help this energetic center, this chakra, become aligned, become unblocked. Because for some of you, it's blocked. You don't see your own light, you don't see your own talents because of everything that's been going on. And this thing, it will help you so much once it turns the right way around. Yes, and you guys could be 33 or 37, by the way. And it turns the right way around, and you start feeling that connection to that inner fire that comes through with the energy of the Ace of Wands. And of course, this is also the chakra that's very much associated with abundance, with prosperity, with career, with accomplishment. And I think I might do another reading soon that will talk about your life mission. It might also help you, so make sure you guys get your notifications switched on. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this reading and that resonated. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Personal readings are available. Send me an email if you guys are interested. The email's in the description box below. All right, my darlings, take care now. Bye. Option number 2, if you guys were drawn to this stone over here, and welcome to your reading. Get comfy, and as I'm shuffling the cards, say your name out loud or in your head. I want to begin by taking a look at your current energies that are surrounding your career and your finances, and then we'll see what's going to be happening within the next 4 months of this timeless reading. If you guys are interested, this is a pre-Raphaelite tarot. Let's see what this beautiful deck has to say about your current situation. They're telling me that you're getting the money, like the stability is here, but artistically, emotionally, there's no satisfaction. It could also be that you're earning money, but the environment isn't quite friendly. Because I see you, quite a few of you, you might be using work as a way to escape certain things, as a way to maybe not deal with certain things. And you're putting in a lot of hard work, and I do see that they're kind of like they're giving you money over here, but it's not giving you fulfillment. And you feel it could be that you guys are in sales or in marketing or in something that's very competitive like advertising. It could be that right now the ground is shaky when we're talking about the economy. You don't know what is going to happen, but deep down, if you're being completely honest with yourselves, they're telling me that you don't get to express your individuality. You don't get to use a lot of talents that you have. You don't get to feel like you're making a difference. It's interesting that came through. Maybe a lot of you want to make a difference because you're like, okay, so I'm making the money and it's stable-ish, yeah, but I want to do more. I want to express myself more. And it could be that people that are surrounding you here with the energy of the Three of Swords, it's the feeling that maybe you're a little bit isolated. And it could be that you're not connecting with people. Maybe it's very formal where you are, yeah? Or you feel like they're always kind of waiting for you to maybe fail, maybe waiting. Like it feels like it's quite competitive with the energy of the Nine of Wands over here. And for a lot of you, they're saying, if you're being honest, you're just doing it for the money now, for the stability. But there's a very big part of you that was making you attracted to the stone, that led you to this reading, that is screaming out, saying, listen, I need more. I need more fulfillment. I need to know that I'm doing something that I really want to do. It could also be that because you guys have invested a lot, or your parents have invested in your education, or you have invested in your education and in growth, and you're like, you know what the hell do I do now? Like, I have invested so much time, energy, money, blood, sweat, and tears into this, and now it's not giving me the happiness that I thought I was going to get from it. You could be putting in extra hours over here because they're showing me like working not 8 hours, but working 9 hours, working 10 hours. You might have a really, really difficult boss. Very difficult boss. The Queen of Swords, oof. When she's a boss, this is somebody who's incredibly demeaning, somebody who criticizes you a lot, somebody who watches your every move, somebody who's like, if you're a minute late, she just keeps giving you like attitude. Attitude. And it's just not fun. It's not fun. And you feel like you're delaying and postponing your life. I think option number one here, what they're showing you when it comes to your career, when it comes to your finances, when it comes to overall energy, is that you're not having fun and you keep maybe pushing other aspects of your life aside because you're like, okay, well, I'm going to figure this out and I'm going to get some money, I'm going to save up and I'm going to go travel. And it's all in the future tense. Like, I have to pay off my loans, I have to pay off this, I have to pay off that, but it's all in the future tense. So this is the energy of delayed happiness. And for some of you, it's literally bringing you way down. Like, this is where all of your energy goes. And I must say, guys, you have a lot of potential over here when it comes to energy, when it comes to your mind, and when it comes to your creativity. There's a lot of potential. And they're telling me you work best when you are happy. You work best when you are feeling inspired. And it's like those parts that are like your engines, your internal energy engines, they're being shut down by this. So for some of you, it feels like it's a routine thing over and over and over again. And it's very harsh energies, it's very competitive energies. So of course you hide the vulnerable side within you. You hide the side that maybe wants to communicate more and have more fun and offer something new. Because here it feels like it's very calculated, it's very go by the book, don't try anything else. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look then what you can expect, what changes within the next 4 months. When it comes to your money, career, finances, what changes are coming? That part comes to the forefront. That part no longer wants to be hidden. And it's interesting how you get the same card, because it's literally screaming out. It's saying, I want to be free, that creative part of you, that part of you that feels that they are living rather than just going through the motions. This is gorgeous. It feels like a lot of you guys, you're going to take some time out. You're going to take some time out because something is coming through over here. Something is manifesting, some sort of idea, opportunity. They're giving me an invitation, and you're taking some time out to rethink things. You might be flying somewhere, or you might just take some, like a couple of days off sick, just so that you can have some time to really think things through. I don't know if some of you were planning to go to some sort of place of power. There's showing me a place of power where you're seeking guidance. You might be, they're showing me relocation. Interesting. There's a possibility of relocation. You're considering relocating. So some of you might travel for an interview. Some of you might travel to do some research to a new place to see whether you would be interested in living there. It could be a new city. For some of you, it's a new country. And there's a lot of synchronicity that comes through, that when you will be in that place, you might get an invitation to an interview. For some of you, I see you going to a power place to seek guidance from your spiritual team, and you will get it. Because there's many things that are flying over here, right? It's an indication of spreading your wings, an indication of finally, on a subconscious level, on a spiritual level, being ready to soar, being ready to fly, being ready to maybe relocate over here. A Taurus person might be important for you. You yourself could be Taurus. Yeah, look at the amount of suppressed energy. Look at the amount of suppressed energy, because you're like, you know what, I'm no longer willing to do those things. Some of you, I see, this is so interesting, guys. You're going to be having a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Because this energy of fun, it's going to kind of hit some sort of reset button within you. And for others of you, you will see a way to get money for an apartment, money for a house, quite possibly a down payment. Because there's a big shift. You might literally be reconsidering like where you live completely. So it's not just about your money and career, it's like bigger than that. For some of you, we could be talking about life mission over here, discovering your life mission. But you get guidance, very strong guidance. And there's a lot of synchronistic events that are like the universe is showing me, like Rubik's Cube coming together. So within the next 4 months, guys, it's definitely an energy of relocation, thinking about relocation, and being interviewed by people who are far. They're telling me people who are far away from you. And there's definitely a cause for celebration. So it looks like you guys, you'd be like, oh my God, I didn't even know that I could live there, pay less, earn more, and be happy. Yeah, look at this. Again, the energy of the leap of faith, the energy of a new beginning, the energy of happiness. Guys, for you, they're just literally screaming, I want to be happy. I want to be fulfilled. I want to do something that really lights me up. And before you thought that you might have to like give some sort of like a particular part of your life away to like a trade-in sort of thing, like you felt like you had to give something up, and here you find a way to not have to give it up but actually improve it. You might have thought that you will have to change the way that you live, and they're saying no, here it's not like that. For some of you, you might really be interested in going into tourism or event planning, things like this. Let's go ahead and take a look at what, I think it's which which aspects of you can help you on this journey. Yeah. Oh, gorgeous. Some of you guys could be Cancers. Nurture, comfort, and protection. Yeah. They're saying that this is what needs to come at the forefront, and this is exactly what this Page of Cups in reverse is trying to bring to your attention. Put the nurturing aspect of your personality into action. Nurture yourself, not just the money, not just the financial aspect, that goes without saying, but you really need to make sure that you feel that you're in a very comfortable place and you feel protected. So this is the time to take care of yourself, they're saying, whatever it takes, and nurture yourself. Give yourself the compassion, the care, the love that you need at this particular moment. Square, a challenging situation and a mountain to climb. Very similar energies to option number one. Maybe you were drawn to option number one as well. But they're saying that it will pay off. So don't think of it again as a challenge. But you know, when the child is playing a game or trying something new or learning something new, they don't see it as a challenge. They see it as an adventure. And this is what you're invited to do as well, to see this as an adventure, to see it from a perspective of somebody who's ready for new things, rather than seeing it as something that's, oh, like a mountain to climb. But it is going to be a little challenging. It is, no doubt. But it will pay off, because here with the energy of the Four of Wands, you find your stability, but you also find it with fun. You find it with happiness. You find it with joy. And here they're showing you more of a life, like personal life, work-life balance, where you don't have to just live to work. What could be standing? What could be standing in your way? Mm-hmm. Okay, so for now, they're saying you might be thinking like it could be something in the long term that hurts you rather than heals you. And they're saying you need to rethink that. If you plan everything accordingly, you're going to be fine. Also, they're saying you might be worried about documents, about visas, about like bank accounts and transfers and all of that. The legal aspect of it, the practical aspect of it. Again, they're saying don't rush. Figure everything out, do your research, do as much research as possible, but don't let it stop you, because right now you're like, oh, I would really like to go to South Korea, or I would really like to go to Japan, or the States, but I don't have the visa, I don't have this, I don't have that, and this could all be figured out. Because this is the challenging part of it, yeah? So it might take some time, but they keep saying it's something that's worth it. That's absolutely worth it. Let's see what else could be standing in your way. Yeah, they keep repeating themselves. Maybe again, visa, documents, legal aspects. But there is a way. They keep saying there is a way. Look at this. New ideas. New ideas bring you ways. Communication is incredibly important. Going to groups, going to chats where people have already done it, asking them questions, doing necessary research. Your mind, guys, it's very interesting. You're incredibly intelligent, incredibly focused, but sometimes your mind takes too much charge. But you also need to listen to your emotions and trust your emotions. And you will also, they're showing me this man that comes through who will be able to help you with legal aspects. Because here they're showing me a man who has a lot of knowledge. He might be connected to the government or to immigration services, or he might be a lawyer over here. For some of you guys, you could end up teaching, by the way. But yeah, he's going to be able to help you on this journey. So reach out, and the universe will offer you a solution. Okay, let's see what advice the cards have for you. Yeah, again, they repeat themselves because it is incredibly vital right now that you have the energy of balance. You have the energy of balance. And here, by the way, they say that part of something that could be holding you back, again, it's the energy of putting too much effort into just your work. And here they're saying you need to find the balance between work and play, balance between your personal life and your work life. Because they're showing me you guys are somebody that you might be answering emails past your bedtime, not only your work time, past your bedtime. Like the first thing that you do when you wake up, you check your email. You could also be somebody who's self-employed over here, or who's trying to do their own business. And they're saying you really need to pay attention to the balance in your life, because it will give you more energy. Oh, this is gorgeous. The same card came through for option number 1 as well. Connect to your solar plexus chakra. Connect to your desire. It will guide you. For some of you, it will be, you might be 37, or there are important changes coming to you in 37 days. Within the next month almost, yeah? We're talking about 4 months, but they're saying that there's going to be an important shift in 37 days from whenever you're watching it. So enjoy this journey, guys, because there's definitely some sort of block over here that you're about to remove to prosperity, to abundance, so that it flows more freely to you. All right, lovely. Option number 2. Hope you enjoyed this reading and it resonated. Claim its energy down in the comments below. Personal readings are available. If you are interested, send me an email. The email's in the description box below. And make sure to take good care of your beautiful selves now. Bye. Option number 3. Hi and welcome to your reading, guys. If you were drawn to the garnet, get comfy, and as I'm shuffling the cards, say your name out loud or in your head. Helps you connect to the energies of the reading. And I want to start off by taking a look at your current situation when it comes to your career, money, finances. Helps you see if you've chosen the right pile. helps you understand, if you resonate with it. If not, you can choose one of the other two options. Let's take a look at what's happening with you at this time. Oh, my darlings. You're like, I don't want any of this anymore. Some of you, you're like, I just don't even want to wake up in the morning to go to this work. I don't like things that are being offered to you. You're not interested. Yeah. And you might be doing some really hard labor over here. Maybe something that's routine. Maybe something that's incredibly underpaid. Oh no, look at this. There's so much, like you guys need a hug, okay? Option number 3, you need a hug. You really need a hug because you might be working to support other people. The energy of the Ten of Wands is when people are just putting a lot of things on you. And like really, all you want to do is just lay in bed. You want to hug a pillow, hug a pet. You want somebody to hug you. You just want to forget that you have to deal with this all together. Like it's come to the point where you're like, you know what? I'm just done. And it's not like you're not trying, and it's not like you're not working hard, but it's like you just don't see a way out. It feels like option number 3, you feel like you're completely lost on this journey, on this path. And look at this. There's so many fears that are surrounding you. You might find yourself right now in a place or a situation where you feel like you don't know what to do next. It has a lot to do with the outside circumstances as well, with things rising in price, with like all of this other craziness that's going on in the world at the moment. But it's just like the energy of being afraid of making the wrong move, of being afraid of ending up in an even worse situation. And you're very skilled. You're very skilled at what you do. It could even be that people are learning from you. But the thing is, they're showing me that you are so kind-hearted, that you're so hardworking, that you grew up with an idea that working hard always pays off. And now it's almost like you don't want to see this, that it's been a misleading concept. Because this, like, there's this energy where people have been telling you, you work hard, you're gonna succeed. You work hard, you're gonna succeed. But, you know, the older we get, the wiser we get, we realize that that's not the case. And you're very talented, and it could be even people who are beneath you in the hierarchy of wherever you work. They're taking advantage of you, and they're kind of maybe playing even games like, oh, I don't know how to do it. It would be better if you did it, and all of that thing. And because you have this really empathic, I would say, structure to you, you tend to believe people, you tend to be very trusting. And here you're not getting like nearly enough what it is that you deserve. For some of you, I'm seeing that you guys could be freelancers as well, working for yourselves. That would explain the energy of the Ten of Pentacles, where Ten of Wands, where you're taking everything upon yourself, where you're your own producer, writer, ad agency, your own everything, yeah? And you just work, and you're scared because like now you're in this position where you have to rely on yourself. There's a lot of only self-reliance that's coming through over here in option number 3. Relying on yourself. But the good thing about all of this is that you actually subconsciously or consciously, you realize that you're quite good and talented at what you do. But there's a lot of control that's coming through over here, that you like the energy of control. It could even be sometimes that you're like, I know that I can do it better. I know that I can't really trust other people to do things. Because they're unreliable. Yeah, I am getting some people over here who work for themselves, maybe even as tarot readers, maybe even as massage therapists. And I see maybe like some nail technicians, maybe somebody who does beauty, maybe somebody who works on social media. And it drains you because you're not getting paid nearly enough, but you're very talented. And you're somebody who, you could also be a teacher over here. And because I see those students that don't want to learn, students that don't want to learn. You're like, come on, guys. And like, nah. Because there's definitely an energy of you having access to a lot of information, being incredibly wise. It's something about you, they keep saying it's something special about you. You have access to a lot of information. So again, it's either that you guys read a lot, either that you literally have access to, let's call it the Akashic Records, yeah? And you're very talented, incredibly talented. Somebody who's a fast learner as well. But it's gotten to the point where I'm seeing a burnout over here. Burnout because of fears, burnout because of you don't know what's happening next. Burnout because you don't see a way out. Like literally your eyes are tied over here. And here it's like the energy, like I don't want anything anymore, but you keep on pushing because again, you're very good at what you do, and it seems like people depend on you. Either people that you know or maybe people that you don't know. You could be a coach, you could be somebody who's a motivational speaker, you could be somebody who helps people, maybe a psychologist even, or somebody who's studying psychology at this time. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at what you guys could expect, what changes you could expect within the next 4 months of this timeless reading. Clarity is definitely coming through over here. This is an energy of victory. In this particular case, it feels like it's an energy of victory. It could take a little bit longer than 4 months over here, they're showing me. But you guys are facing your fears. That Eight of Swords, you're facing your fears and you're looking for ways to do things differently. In all honesty, option number 3, it does feel like you are going to stick with what you're doing, but there's going to be a change in structure. Because you already, again, this is a general reading, but you're on your path. It's just that you need to learn how to manage the energies a little bit better. And delegate things. Delegate things, yeah. You walk away from old paradigms over here. Again, look at this. You're gaining access to new knowledge. There's an energy of inspiration that comes through over here. But you are staying where you are. And I don't mean that geographically. I mean you're sticking with what you're doing because they're saying it's something that you're meant to do. but you're meant to restructure it. You're meant to delegate. And this is what you guys are going to be doing. And it frees up a lot of energy over here. It frees up a lot of space over here. Some of you guys could be authors. Some of you guys could be, and you might write a book on a subject that's particularly interested to you. You might choose to pick up a new class or skill. You're doing research, but they're showing me books over here. They're showing me a lot of books, and they're showing me finding inspiration. So if you're a tarot reader, you might be drawn to different subjects. If you're a writer, you might be drawn to different writing styles. If you are a freelancer, you might be drawn to doing something differently, advertise yourself differently. There's a shift, a change, and you're looking and you're picking and you're looking and you're like disassembling something and assembling something again. Like you guys are set in motion because this beautiful combination of cards shows you that you find inspiration within yourself by walking away from choices that were right for you at the time, but they're not right for you anymore. There's definitely a lot of clarity. Show me a little bit more. I think some of you start charging more for your services, because again, they're showing you some sort of lesson in self-worth, lesson in value. People come to you for depth, and you have this depth. And it could quite possibly be that you guys are going to be using psychology, tarot, meditation in order to help you on this path, in order to kind of help you realign with your path. Because to be quite frank with you, you have a lot of blocks to abundance, to prosperity. And it feels like you guys are going to be working through these blocks. I think I made a video on abundance blocks on Patreon not too long ago. So if you guys are interested, take a look. But it's very important that these blocks are removed. And I see that you find your path. It's not even other people giving you advice, because your path is incredibly unique. There's no way about it. Your path is incredibly unique. And that's why sometimes it might feel isolating. It might feel like you don't have anybody to guide you. But they're saying that you have access to guidance that you need. And your spiritual team is going to help you. Because with what you have, you can achieve a lot more. And people can't help you because, again, they keep saying your journey is unique. Your journey is not like everybody else's. And it might sometimes feel quite lonely over here. But it's a path to work through your blocks that are preventing you from enjoying life. They're preventing you from going into your Emperor or Empress energy. Yeah? When you're happy, healthy, wealthy, and fulfilled. And within the next 4 months, you guys are embarking on this beautiful journey. Let's take a look at which aspects of you are going to help you on this journey, which aspects of your personality you need to channel or pay attention to. Wow. Wow, okay. My goosebumps just got the goosebumps. Again, we're talking about individuality, self-image, and approach to life. With the first house. The first house is the house of self, of understanding oneself. And this is what this is all about. This is what this is all about, my darlings. When you channel a lot of things that are within you, in your subconscious mind, when you go deep into yourself, it could even be that you might need some time alone from the world, because you are finding your individuality. And they're saying, don't try to be like everybody else. Don't try to, even tarot readers, we all have our own paths. Psychologists, we all have our own paths. Artists, we all have our own path. Authors, do you see what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that you have to become isolated. It means that you need to find your own individual path and self-image. If you want to wear something, wear something. If you don't want to wear something, don't wear something. If you want to write in a particular style, do that. If you want to read cards in a particular style, do that. But here it's very much about individuality. This is coming through very strongly as an Aries energy, Virgo energy, Taurus energy. Some of you guys could be Gemini. Let's see what else could help you. Oh my God, North Node. This is absolutely fantastic. It would really benefit you guys to take a look at your North Node, to look at astrology, to look at the stars, because our North Node is what our life mission, basically, what we're destined to have. And knowing your South Node, what you're destined to release, what you already worked on, and knowing your North Node will help you significantly. You can find it out online, yeah, and it can give you a lot of information about what your soul's truest desires are, what you came here to do, what your mission is. So astrology is going to help you very greatly on your path, on your journey. Let's see what could prevent you from becoming rich, famous, popular, whatever you guys want to be. Let's see what could be standing in your way. Yeah. Disappointment from the past, disappointment from the little bumps and detours on your path so far. Yeah. It could also be looking at other people's experience who traveled a path that's quite similar to you and who didn't succeed. Like people who went on freelance, people who left their job what's it called? To follow their passion and didn't succeed, and they're saying don't look at other people and don't look at past disappointments as disappointments. Yes, they were disappointing, but they are part of your journey. They're just something for you to look back upon for experience rather than a source of negativity or a source of energy that keeps holding you back. Yeah, okay, I see. So a lot of you feel like it's a lonely path, like it's isolating. There's a very strong energy of loss, of feeling that you might lose something, of feeling that people might turn away. But here again, they're saying it's a fear. It's something that is possible, but you lose some, you win some, you get some. It's a journey of life. We all want to have the stability, but they keep saying it goes up and down. Yeah, it's not a straight road over here. And here you might have to say goodbye to some people, but you never know who's waiting for you around the corner. Could it be somebody from your soul tribe? Could it be your significant other? Could it be your soulmate? Could it be your future spouse? Could it be a best friend? And of course, my darlings, I absolutely knew this card would come out for my artistic types, for for people who are very sensitive. What's holding you back is you being very overly critical with yourself. Overly critical with yourself. In this deck, the Five of Swords is all about criticizing yourself, having that internal conflict. And they're saying, don't do that. This is really holding you back. Because you can achieve so much more by encouraging yourself, by loving yourself, by feeling compassionate towards yourself, rather than with critiquing yourself and constantly pointing in on like your past mistakes. Let's see what advice the cards have for you when it comes to your money, career, life mission. Whoop, whoop. Try different doors. Try different doors, adjacent possibilities. When one door closes, another opens. When that one closes, another one opens. You gotta explore. You gotta explore, guys. Yeah? You gotta explore. Exploration is the key. Opening the doors is the key. Not banging your head against the doors that are closed is the key. And angel of love, again, they keep saying that you are very strongly connected to love. And the more you try to disconnect yourself with work, the more difficult it is going to be. Work is important, money is important, life path is important, but love also needs space. It needs its place. And this angel of love that comes through in reverse is asking you to pay attention to your love life as well. Pay attention to your love life. Pay attention to the desires of your heart. You can combine the two very beautifully. The angel of love is coming through and saying you might not be watching love readings, so I have to come through to you in a career reading. But you guys need love. And love needs you. So let it come into your life. All right, lovely. Option number 3. This is where I'm going to end your reading. I hope you enjoyed it and it resonated. Claim the magic of this reading down in the comments below. Personal readings are available. The email is in the description box below. And of course, if you guys are interested in my Patreon, with over 90 exclusive readings on career, on spirituality, on love, do check it out. And of course, you get additional discounts for personal readings as well. All right, my darlings, take care of your beautiful selves. Bye now.